There are thousands of dietary supplement products on the market today. We as an agency are saying to the supplement industry, to consumers who are using these products, we haven't been in the business of evaluating the safety of these products, and we can't give you an assurance that all the products that you see on the shelves in health food stores today are safe. We need to be in the business of systematically evaluating their safety, but we can't do that without help from the industry and help from anybody who has safety data, and that's why we are reaching out to anyone who has safety information about these products to share it with us so that we can get a better handle on safety.
I think what our talk here today has demonstrated is that the current regulatory situation just doesn't work. You can't have just two categories, either a food where it's used for nutrition or a drug where it's used for therapeutics. Dietary supplements are really somewhere in between, and we need some kind of legislation that will establish a separate category that will allow people access to these supplements in a safe and a truthful manner. We should be able to have truthful claims. Yes, some of these herbs, for example, haven't passed all sorts of testing. Nobody's tried really, but they have passed, in certain instances, thousands of years of usage. I think we can make truthful claims based on that usage. And this is the kind of legislation that we need, something that would establish a separate category, protect our freedom to choose the kind of vitamins and herbs, amino acids and things that we want to put in our body.
Dietary supplements really fall through the cracks of the current law. Under current law, we can either classify something as a food or as a drug. The whole point of the Nutrition Labeling and Education Act, which Congress passed in 1990, to permit health claims to be made on the labels of foods and dietary supplements. So there is a need for at least a different standard to deal with health claims for foods and dietary supplements, something different and easier to meet than the standard for drugs.
Steven, do you think that we could maybe just push Dr. Jaffe just a little bit here to see if he'll just give us some comments as we mosey on down the road?
As individuals, as a country, we are spending more and feeling worse. The issue, I think, has been confused because of the bias, institutional bias within FDA to place a drug mindset on everything, from foods to supplements to drugs. And I think we need to have drug regulators who can regulate the drugs safely and effectively. We need to have supplement regulators who are knowledgeable about those issues. It may be interesting for the readers or the listeners to know that the commission within the FDA that wrote the Dietary Supplement Task Force report, which is the basis on which FDA is looking for more enforcement powers, did not include one expert on supplements. Every member of that task force is an expert on drugs of one sort or another. To me, that speaks of a kind of institutional bias. And that we as citizens should not put up with. We need to contact our congressmen, our senators. We need to make our voices heard if we want our constitutional rights and our personal rights preserved. I believe that this is fundamentally a human rights, personal rights, civil rights issue. We know enough to spend less and feel better, and now is the time.
And the truth is, the sad truth is, there is really only a handful like yourselves who have the courage to observe the obvious. And I'm talking about you. I'm talking about rare individuals who still respect who they are. See, anyone who respects who and what they are has already moved into action. Self-respect can do no less. When you heard about this rally, you had to come, rain or shine. You simply could do no less than be here. And I salute you for that. I thank you.